Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. Welcome back to an episode of SHOWGAYS, a cinemusical podcast. We are reviving, as we decided last Showies, we were going to rehash our discussion with Molly this time on The Wizard of Oz. So the time has come. The time has come! So here we are.
To lip sync.
And we'll be having a lot of fun, I'm sure. Molly, you're well?
I'm well.
Great.
Let me give everybody an exciting update, which is I've re-become a planner girly.
Oh.
I was a big planner girly in college and grad school, but then when I got my current job, I was like, I feel like I don't have enough tasks to keep track of. I'll just use my Google Calendar. I don't need it anymore. And then I was starting to be overwhelmed by stuff, and I was like, you know what I need? Physical planner. And so I've been getting stickers. I've been getting washi tape. I've been watching washi videos about it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going all in on being a planner girly again.
Great.
Yay. We have a stationery store right outside our house. And they actually, for Small Business Saturday this weekend, they had a line out the door, honey, and around the corner.
Amazing.
The girlies were ready.
They were ready.
Well, this is the time of year to buy a planner.
Exactly.
Yes.
Molly, do you have a preferred? Are you a Monday to Sunday? Are you a Sunday to Saturday? What are you?
I'm a Monday to Sunday. I don't believe in this whole the week resetting on Sunday. That's not how anyone lives their lives.
Correct.
And I have a weekly Moleskine because that's always what I've used.
Yes.
I'm open to in the future getting a different, expanding my brands and stuff.
Yes.
But that I was like, I'm going to go with what I know for now,
Tried
at least.
and true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
tried and true.
Because the stationary girlies, they go all in. That line was out the door because they got the limited edition, Japanese imported, station, and that people line up for to get.
Right. People love the Hobonachis, I know.
Hobonichi, absolutely. See, you're already in it. You're in the culture.
I've been a planner girly. I'm coming back to it.
Coming back to her.
Myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
RJ, are you also well?
I'm also well. I am writing currently. I'm doing a solo show. In Chicago and in San Francisco, actually, at the end of January.
Oh,
yes.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it was a storytelling. So I perform here at our friend's storytelling theater that she manages.
Okay.
And 3 stories that I have written since coming back to Chicago, I was like, I think I can put these all together and make it a show. Did a little test reading, and it went really well. And then Adam in the car was like, you can't just put together the 3 stories. You got to write a new show.
Not really how I said it, but yes.
He had a cigarette in his mouth. His arm was.
He said, "I'm not impressed with you." Okay,
listen, kid. Try again.
Green,
you got a
you're
lot
fresh.
of moxie.
You got a lot to learn. Yeah,
I got a lot to learn. Yeah. So I've been working on that. I've got a director. I perform in 2 weeks. Very excited.
How did you end up with a showing in San Francisco?
So there was a theater called Playground. And they do these festivals from time to time. And so they did a solo festival where you can enter if you've got a solo show ready to go. And I was like, they're never going to pick me. And they did. So
they did. Congratulations. I love it.
Never say never.
Never say never.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, then that means it's meant to be. I better write this up. So it's a show about how when I was little, my mom always said that I ate so well, and how that has kind of become my philosophy in life for better or for worse.
A real Epicurean.
Yes. Just my relationship with food and how, moving to America and all that has affected that relationship, and truly finding myself within a great meal.
Finding God along the way.
Oh, and yes, it is.
Surprise!
Surprise. Yes, Jesus does make an appearance at the end.
Okay. I mean, what solo show does Jesus not make an appearance at the end?
Right? In a very Reefer Madness type of number.
Sure.
Yeah, love it.
Adam, are you well?
I am well. Thank you, RJ. I do not have a one-man show, and I don't have a planner. But you know what I have?
Hey.
A lot of moxie. A lot of gumption. No, I'm excited to talk about this. I've
never seen it, so I'm really excited.
So annoying. Obviously, Wicked for Good just came out as of recording very recently. RJ and I have already seen Wicked for Good.
Molly, have
I have
you?
not seen it yet. No, I have not seen it yet.
And listeners, this is why we moved this closer to the end of the season. Because I think usually we kind of filter it in somewhere.
Yeah.
I think like Moulin Rouge was somewhere in the middle. But we were like, might as well do it at the end because then we're closing out.
They're two halves of the same story.
Yeah.
These two movies. So it was very fun watching this after having just recently watched Wicked for Good and seeing what's referenced and seeing what they purposely left behind in the 1939 film to not address. But yeah, okay, so
Molly, anything in the mailbag?
Anything in the mailbag?
There is
from
Lucas, our old pal Lucas.
our imaginary co-host.
Yeah, our imaginary co-host Lucas. This is my petition for next season's rewatch, so very appropriate to be reading on this one. To be Into the Woods by Rob Marshall. Molly said she has never seen it before. True. And everyone has to rip that bandage off eventually. I think it would make for a great episode. I know Molly would never go for this, so Adam and RJ, I'm counting on you. I don't know if I've said this, but Into the Woods is one of my top musicals of all time, and that is the reason that I have not watched the movie is because I have heard it's not great, and so I'm concerned. But as we know, episodes where we didn't like the movie are often very fun episodes. So, we'll see. This is really the time, I should say. Like we're
the planning meeting is right around the corner.
End of our season that's already planned. So like, if you've been waiting to get a request in, honestly, if you sent a request already and we might have forgotten about it, now is the time to resend right into the mailbox because it's going to be time for us to be planning in the next season.
Absolutely. Fill Santa's mailbox with your letters of what you want for next year. Because these little elves are going to town soon.
Great. Thank you for writing.
Thank you,
in,
Lucas.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
I wonder how long it's going to take for Molly to realize that I'm just sending in
your Lucas
messages from a burner account.
Lucas is just you.
Okay, so Molly.
Yeah.
We're doing this all for you. This is your show today, by the way.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Obviously, RJ and I have already discussed in depth about this magnanimous picture.
And obviously, because I do so much research, I went back and re-listened to your...
obviously, we all
absolutely. No doubt that you did that.
We're 100% caught up with where we were on the last episode.
Perfect. So, first, I need you to refamiliarize us with the Wizard of Oz 1939 film starring Judy Garland in a minute or less, and your time starts now.
All right, we meet Dorothy. She lives on a farm in Kansas with Auntie Em and some uncle. And we see some farmhands she's friendly with. We see Miss Gulch, the mean neighbor that's trying to get her dog impounded by the sheriff. We see a charlatan who convinces her to go back home. A tornado happens. She gets swept up in the tornado. She's transported to Oz. The house lands on the Wicked Witch of the East. The Munchkins come out. They're like, yo, what's up? And then Glinda tells her that she has landed on an evil witch and that there is another witch that's her sister that's going to come get her. Dorothy gets the red slippers. She follows the Yellow Brick Road. She meets the Scarecrow, who needs a brain. She meets the Tin Man, who needs a heart. She meets the Lion, who needs some courage. They go together to get to find the wizard, to get the things. The wizard says, hold up, honey. First, I need something from you. And so they have to get the Wicked Witch of the West broomstick. They mosey on over to her castle. They get into some peril, but Dorothy throws some water, melts the witch, completely unbeknownst to her that will happen. They get the broomstick. They go back to the wizard. The wizard's like, just kidding. I'm not a wizard. I'm a man, and I've been lying this whole time.
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
Oh, God, what a bummer.
The bummerest of endings that anyone could ever think of. He convinces the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Lion that they already have all these things that they were asking for. He's gonna take Dorothy back home in a balloon, but she runs after Toto and he gets out of the balloon. The balloon flies away, and Glinda says, actually, you can just tap your slippers together 3 times and ask to go home, and it'll work. But you had to learn your lesson first, and that's why you couldn't do it until now. And then she wakes back up and she says, and you were there, and you were there, and you were there, because all of the characters in Oz are based on people that she has in her real life. And she feels grateful to be home again. That's the Wizard of Oz.
Wow.
I think that's the whole episode. Thank you so much for listening. See you next time.
There you go. I'm clapping my hands for the people on Zoom, so you. Us 3.
Great. Awesome. So, great job, Molly.
Thank you. I didn't write it down. I don't know if you could tell that was off the cuff, but it was.
I loved it. What's your history? I mean, like, everyone has seen this, so what is
No, I'd never seen it before. I'm just kidding. Obviously, I watched it as a child. I watched it on the weekend with Andrew, like, not with me, but we were like doing laundry, so he was like in and out. And he was saying that he was afraid of the monkeys when he was a kid. And I was not afraid of this movie, which I think is maybe like kind of in the minority, that both the witch and the monkeys did not scare me. But watched it as a child. I wouldn't say it was like a favorite or like something I'm particularly attached to. I actually think it's interesting. I see why the movie itself has aged very well. It still looks really cool. Even the effects that are like
so pretty,
very clearly movie effects are like, they're endearing that they're really clearly movie effects. Judy Garland's obviously really talented. But I think the story is kind of bizarre, and it's interesting to me that it's so, there are people who like, this is their thing.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of an interesting, kind of weird world that this whole thing takes place in.
Great. I feel like I don't remember what I said on the last time, but I think the thing I was most scared of, I didn't like the monkeys. They freaked me out a little bit, but I wasn't like scared of them. I didn't like the trees. The trees that like get in a fight with her.
The trees were weird.
Because they just activate out of nowhere, and you don't even see the tree like in focus, like the bark.
And the voice of the tree is like, hey.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, stop taking this apple.
And isn't that what the puppets that freak me out so much in The Wiz? I feel like that's
the
yes.
same sequence.
So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Were you scared? Who was scared? You were scared?
Who was scared?
Your first time seeing it was in college, right?
In college. We saw it at Navy Pier. We went to the theater
in
Navy Pier.
I believe.
And it was gorge.
In IMAX.
In IMAX Technicolor. It's the first time I ever seen color on the big screen like that.
You had never seen color before.
It's gorgeous.
You grew up in another country and only America has color on our screens. Yeah.
In this watch, what scared me the most was the witch, especially the like when she's down in the wherever she's trapped in, and the big like glass ball shows Annie M, and then like it turns into the witch and she cackles and it like zooms in on that. Have
you seen the clip of her, Margaret Hamilton, on the Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood show when she like guest stars?
Yes. I think she went so that he could be like, she's actually not scary, basically,
yes.
right? Yeah, I think I did see that.
It's so, every interview I've ever, because I've seen a couple interviews that she's given, and she was just a contract player at MGM at the time. Because the role was originally supposed to go to some other actress, but the role was going to be more Evil Queen inspired, Snow White wise, so she was going to be like really glamorous.
Yeah.
And then they were like, actually, we're going to go with
Scary.
Ugly Hag, and so that actress dropped out, and they're like, all right, we'll just take Margaret. I guess she loves these kind of evil roles. Whatever.
Honestly, let's get more Ugly Hag witches on screen. Like,
she's so good in this movie, it's crazy. She's so committed to this laugh, this evil. It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that this exposes an issue of Hollywood that everybody wants to be glamorous all the time. And we've had too many glamorous villains recently. I want some ugly villains up here.
On Gladys.
Yeah.
You've no idea what I'm talking about.
No, not at all. I just thought I'd go with it.
Weapons.
Oh, the movie that came out this year. She was a hag-like villain.
Figure.
Okay.
Figure.
I'm not talking about The Wonderful Wizard of Oz written by L. Frank Baum. You can either listen to the original episode or you can listen to the Wiz episode where I go over that.
Oh, that's right.
Because this is like the 5th time we've done the Wizard of Oz inspired origin, whatever. Okay. This movie, directed by Victor Fleming. Technically, this movie had 4 directors, but it's mostly credited to Victor Fleming. Okay. Wow. Screenplay is by Noel Langley, Florence Ryerson, and Edgar Allan Wolfe. Adaptation is by Noah Langley. It's based on The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. Produced by Mervyn LeRoy. It stars Judy Garland as Dorothy Gale, Frank Morgan as the Wizard, Ray Bolger as the Scarecrow, Bert Lahr as the Cowardly Lion, Jack Haley as the Tin Man, Billy Burke as Glinda the Good Witch, Margaret Hamilton as the Wicked Witch of the West, Charlie Grapewin has to be, Uncle Henry. Don't know why he gets a credit here, but Aunt M doesn't, so I'll say her name too. Clara Blandick as Aunt M, and then also credited the Munchkins, because that is the official credit that they are given in this film.
Just the Munchkins, wow.
Just the Munchkins. Cinematography is by Harold Rawson. It is edited by Blanche Sewell. The music is by Herbert Stoddart. Production company is MGM. Distributed by Lowe's Incorporated. Released, craziest thing that I learned yesterday when I was just like reading the Wiki, just familiarizing myself with the Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Released premiere date, premiere performance of this film ever seen to the public. That wasn't like a preview, sneak preview. Okay. August 10th, 1939, Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh.
Wow.
I do not know why.
Out.
I don't think L. Frank Baum is from Green Bay either, so I don't think it's like that.
He's from New York.
I don't know. It's very strange. And then it went wide on August 25th, 1939. Its running time is 102 minutes. Budget was $2.8 million. And it has made, over the course of, I think, re-releases, I'm assuming, $29.7 million.
That honestly seems low to me.
So it did not make its money back in the first time around.
Wow.
It was the most expensive production that MGM had ever done at that point, which is crazy because the same year they do Gone with the Wind. So I'm surprised that's not more expensive. But
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make its full money back until the first re-release in 1949, 10 years later. It finally recoups its investment.
Wow.
Anything else that I thought was interesting? Not really. We're all familiar. Judy was on uppers and downers. You know, Margaret Hamilton got 3rd-degree burns from the fire one time, and she was out for 3 months. The movie took 6 months to shoot, which is insane. There was a bunch of changes made to the movie while it was in process. As I already mentioned, there were like 4 different directors. And then the original Tin Man was replaced with Jack Haley because the first...
Was it allergic reaction or something?
No, the studio said it was allergic reaction, but it was like powdered aluminum that they like covered him with, and then he like ingested it into his lungs, and then he couldn't breathe. He was hospitalized for 2 weeks. Anyway, so then they figured out a paste version of the paint to use instead that still had aluminum in it, which I think is crazy.
God, these old Hollywood stories.
There are no
normal Hollywood stories.
People were just. Yeah, it's not good.
How else are you going to learn that you're not supposed to ingest powdered aluminum when you're making a Tin Man?
I learned that the guy who plays the Scarecrow, Ray Bolger, he was originally sought to be the Tin Man, I think, when they originally like reached out to him. But he was like, but I want to be like when I was little, I saw the original, the like first production of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz as a play, and he was like the guy who played the scarecrows who made me want to be an actor.
Oh,
So he like
wow.
got to, yeah, that's like a sweet story.
Is that sorry, I know that I should know this since I reviewed your original podcast on it. So the stage play, did it have the same songs and stuff as like
No.
if you okay, so the songs were original to the movie.
Yep, the songs are all original. And there had already been another Wizard of Oz adaptation film made in 1925, I want to say. But that one takes out the magical elements because they thought audiences were too sophisticated for fantasy. This is what the original iteration of this movie was going to do a similar thing where it was going to be like, the scarecrow's not a scarecrow. He's like a guy who's so dumb that the only job he can get is to like own a farm where he has to like run out and like scare the crows away. And then the Tin Man is like, he's not a man of tin, but he's like a mobster guy who's so evil that he has no heart. And like they were doing like
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah, drama version.
I mean, honestly, it is pretty funny to be like, this is just a guy who's the only job he can get is just being an actual.
He's scaring crows.
Like, that is pretty funny. But
hey. But due to ironic that honestly very fitting that we watched it this year, due to the success of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in 1937. That was
we got to get the kids in here.
That was when the other studios were like, "Oh, you can make movies based on fairy tales, and it will work, and people will buy it."
Yeah.
So
was the Wonderful Wizard of Oz seen as like a fairy tale? Like, was it like kids read it? Like this was like
this movie comes out like nearly 40 years after the book has released. So it's already kind of an American classic at this point. I still say that The Wizard of Oz is like the example of an American fairy tale. It's like one of the few that we have that is original to America and not from Europe.
Not a mermaid out without voice or whatever. Yeah.
Correct.
Got a soul, RJ. Have you ever read the Hans Christian Andersen? It's about how she wants to have a soul like all the members of Christendom.
Yeah. Any questions?
Any questions?
Anybody heard of this?
Yeah.
There's obviously there's so much lore around this movie.
Right.
There's also a ton of misinformation around this movie.
Yes. Hence why people on TikTok are now
you'll hear people say that the snow in the poppy scene is asbestos. It was not. You'll hear people talk about the alleged hanging munchkin in the background of a shot. That's not real. That was a bird.
There's just see the bird. There's like a shot where you just straight up see a crane, just like in
a giant crane, just
giant
chilling.
Bird.
Back in the 80s when this was like released for the first time on like home video in like Betamax and on VHS, like the quality was so fuzzy that it didn't look like a bird at that time. But like, yeah, now that it's very clear that it's a bird. It actually can be clear.
Yeah.
Billy Burke was really. No, not Billy Burke. Margaret Hamilton was very sweet to Judy, apparently, as well.
That's nice.
And
I'm glad someone was.
This is when Judy started wearing false teeth because her teeth were like not perfectly straight. So they would have her in false teeth. And it actually wasn't until Meet Me in St. Louis that Vincent Minnelli was like, "You don't need that," and had her taken out. And she was like, "I'm pretty without."
Like, marry me.
Like in her career, where are we in regards to her Mickey Rooney kind of?
That's a good question.
Films and her, like people already knew Judy, or this truly was the breakout that people learned who Judy was. Miss Garland.
Oh,
there you go. Mickey Rooney, 1938. Love finds Andy Hardy. Mickey Rooney, string of background musicals in 37.
37 is the first one they're in together, and they do 5. This is in the middle of those. This movie,
yeah, there you go. 38.
Great. Okay, we got to just get right into it.
I'm just gonna do it.
Well, Molly,
thoughts on Wizard of Oz?
I think it's a good flick. You know,
It's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good. That's my overall take on it.
Great.
It's kind of the overall take.
Yeah. Let me think about things that we were commenting on while watching it. So one thing that we were saying
Had
was
Andrew
like,
seen
how... Yes, Andrew has seen
okay.
it before. How do you think they found so many little people in 1939 to be in this movie?
Okay, I had that thought
yeah.
today because I was like, is it a mix of children or is it all little people?
That's what Andrew said, but I don't think any of those people were children, at least in the like foreground of the shots.
So was it prosthetics?
I was wondering also if it was if they hired a lot of people who didn't necessarily speak English, like all the background people, because I feel like they had to try to find like every person they possibly could.
I don't know about their like national backgrounds, but I know a lot of them, they came from the like circus.
Like the freak show circuit,
yeah.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, a lot of people were in entertainment that were little people at the time, but it just still seems amazing to be able to find so many at a time before the internet. You can't just like post a thing of like, I'm looking for people to be in this movie. So pretty impressive.
It looked like it was like an actual troupe that they hired that is a vaudeville troupe of 30 performers.
Not all those people were
but not all of them.
Vaudeville troupe. Yeah. I mean, there are so many people in the Munchkin scenes.
It was probably like what, like 70, 80?
Yeah.
Or is it like in the hundreds? Maybe like
I don't
less
know.
Than 100?
I don't think it's in the hundreds. They use a lot of the same people in
later
different
on.
shots.
Yeah.
So you see them move all around just so they can fill the crowd out each time.
Right.
I gotcha.
Which is very smart.
But
there it is. 124 actors and
stand-ins.
Wow.
Yeah. It's the Munchkin sequence, I think, is like maybe one of the best pieces of media to ever be made. I mean, like, it has to be one of, first of all, this movie, it's even it's like insane to even talk about this movie from a critical lens because it's so iconic.
It created a lot of
This has to be the most iconic movie of all the musicals we've ever done.
Yes.
Maybe Sound of Music? But this is probably
I think this has wider reach than Sound of Music.
Yeah.
Well, Adam's most iconic is Mary Poppins. Don't forget everything.
I mean,
every reference
for me
Mary
personally is different, but I think like on culture as a whole,
Wizard of Oz,
due to the fact that also starting in 1965, this movie started showing every year, and people would just tune in to watch it. That is how you end up with Wicked even I mean, like, not to bring this into Wicked, but that's how you end up with Wicked happening. The whole premise of Wicked is that you, the audience, it is such a monocultural touchstone that you have there's no reason that you would not know what they are referencing.
Yeah, they don't have to explain anything in Wicked about like what,
and they don't expect
that
you don't know. And I actually think when we get to Wicked for Good, when we do that it's a problem. It's becoming more and more a problem for Wicked because fewer and fewer people have seen Wizard of Oz because there is a loss of that monocultural touchstone. Because people had to watch The Wizard of Oz because it was on TV. And now you don't even have to watch TV. Let alone there's 1,000 channels.
Yeah, that's true because I took my nephew to see the first Wicked and he had not seen Wizard of Oz. And then when we were there, I was like, oh, I really should do that first. And he's 10. So like, I'm sure that all of us had seen Wizard of Oz by the time we were 10.
Yeah.
We had it on VHS at home. It wasn't my favorite movie, but I did, like, Mom would put it on and I would watch it, but it wasn't my go-to. Which is weird because you would think that, I don't know, it seems like a very Adam movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Especially because
you're a friend of Dorothy.
Yes, yes, absolutely. From a young age. It just like this movie created, I feel like, the true, I don't know, blueprint framework of like showing like magic in this way, like whimsical magic on film.
Yeah.
That I feel like a lot of movies from here on out draw inspiration from this, like the mixture of like the production design with the performance with like combining the elements together to
even like magic. I was
magic.
watching the Munchkin sequence and like now I feel like because our TVs are so good and they've like redone the quality of the film itself so many times, like it now feels more HD than it's ever felt, even though it's not an HD filmed movie. The like all the plants in Munchkinland are like very plasticky, which I don't think I ever realized as a kid. Especially on my the big glass TVs we had in the 90s or whatever that weighed like 400
that
pounds.
We had in our college apartment, that giant glass box.
But I was so plasticky, and it literally immediately I was like, oh my God, this is so clearly the inspiration for what ends up being in Willy Wonka. Like in the chocolate factory, that whole sequence of coming into the factory, I was like, it is like, it's not shot for shot. That's not what I'm implying. But it's like they're trying to get the exact same wonder you get as an audience member watching this movie. Yeah. And then I was thinking about just like, because there is like post The Wizard of Oz and its kind of success as the big budget whimsical movie, the first one that like does well, that like there's a bunch of movies later on that are just trying to follow the same blueprint of like really colorful just colorful costumes everywhere for the sake of color.
Yeah.
Using Technicolor to its absolute highest power and setting these like very simple characters in this like larger than life basically just a warehouse.
Big studio.
Yeah. Big studio. But yeah, I mean, it feels like what is the phrase? It feels like a pointless endeavor to even try to be like, well, here are my flaws with the Wizard of Oz, because it's like it doesn't matter. It not even like it doesn't matter, but it's like what?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, our opinions aren't irrelevant almost. Here's a question that I have for you because I mentioned this. Why do you think it's such? So, okay, is it such a phenomenon just because this movie is so good, or do you think there's something about this story that really hits people in a deep way?
Famously, in high school, when we studied the hero's journey, okay, it was always
What's his name? The guy who wrote the book?
Joseph Campbell.
Joseph Campbell.
Shout out to you.
If you want to come on the pod, I'm assuming you're dead, but if you want to come on anyway, feel free.
We only extend invitations to dead people to join the podcast.
Yes, Susan, we're still waiting.
We're still waiting.
Yes. Susan!
We faxed ages ago.
Yeah. I just always remembered my teacher being like such a flex of like, the first character we study with the hero's journey, and like he's like, is it Beowulf? Is it Luke Skywalker? No, it's Dorothy Gale. And like, and it checks out like the plot. It really follows exactly it. And I think there's
the calling, the denial,
the
acceptance, blah blah. Yeah,
and like and I think because it's set in Kansas, there is a very American Midwestern or like American Great Plains sensibility that like even a farm girl in a gingham dress can like have this like extraordinary journey. Like you said, it is such an American fairy tale that I think like to me that's the timeless element of it, that like the combination of like it being like so purely like what America stands for, which is like, everyone has an opportunity to go on this big adventure or whatever.
Well, and also con men. We've got a long, proud history of con men.
Yes,
So-
literally.
But I think the con man aspect is a thing that you like understand the older you get. Like as a kid, I hated going to Mr. Marvel's at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, it slows it down and
because
you
it's
don't
so
get it.
slow.
Yeah.
And like even like the farm, they're barely with the farmhands at the beginning, but that whole beginning sequence, I was like, this is so boring.
Well,
Yeah.
in this watch was when, and maybe because we had just seen Wicked for Good and like seeing that impact in that way, I was seeing that scene in the beginning of like he's using his like him conning her in a way to be so that she could go back home and like not do anything stupid. Like there's still a thing of like it's for her own
It's for
good.
her, but it's also she's like, I'll come with you, and he doesn't want her to come with him. So
doesn't
he's
want to
like,
ruin the scam. Like
Yes.
I don't need someone.
So, okay, I mean, I agree, and I do remember being bored by that part when I was a kid, but I actually, when I'm talking about con men, I was talking about the wizard himself.
Yes, totally.
Because
totally.
I think this was probably the first movie that I watched where it was like, oh, sometimes people who claim to have power are just lying to you. And like that's an important lesson for kids to have.
Totally.
Yeah, but then it's so weird because the movie, and I think this happens too in like the story that it's pulling from, he still gets to he doesn't like face any consequences for lying.
because he
That's
still kind
true.
of helps. Like he
And
still
like,
does give
yes,
them
he
what they
gives
need.
them gifts, even though yes, they've had
They've
these
had the
abilities
gift
all along.
Yeah.
And that's more as I've gotten older, what I've realized that like there is really good screenwriting in here that they get a chance to all show off those skills before
Throughout
they
the
even
story.
get to the
Absolutely.
wizard.
Yeah.
But that was the thing as a kid. I was like, well, he just said he can't do anything for you, but he's handing you a diploma. I also didn't like know what a diploma was as a child, so I was like, what's happening?
I still don't get the heart clock.
Yeah, that one's the least.
That feels the most
Related.
like vague, abstracted.
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I needed an actual item because the other two, and then he gets like a heart clock.
Yeah,
that-
what would be because the point of the diploma and the medal are to say like other people, like you already had this, but here's a thing that shows you have
Shows to
it,
other
which
people.
is yeah. But like, what's the thing that shows that you have heart or
'Cause wasn't his
emotions
whole-
or love? Like,
Wasn't his thing like charitable? Like it's like it's how it's.
yeah, there's not like a thing people get for being charitable.
Or like caring, I don't know, a box of tissues because he cries.
Build a bear.
Build a bear, yes, with the heart in it.
Valentine.
A Valentine.
Valentine. I mean, yeah, I was gonna be like, I mean, if it's love, like you love a person, it could be like a wedding ring, but like,
Yeah.
we don't really have like a thing that we give to people just to be like they're a loving person.
You're loving.
in general.
I want to validate how loving you are.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I get why they did the little heart clock because we just don't really have a good a symbol of it like that. Yeah.
And that's honestly the biggest flaw of the movie, and I'm glad that we finally said it.
That we finally exposed it. Yeah.
Exposed.
What are my least favorite parts of this movie?
Let's drag the Wizard of Oz.
No. I just like I'm trying to think because like I've also seen it so many times that it's like to think about it actually critically instead of just like watching it.
I mean, you haven't really answered the question that I posed, Adam, about why people connect to it. But
Why
we
people
certainly
connect? Yeah,
can
what do
talk
you?
about
Why do you
what are
think?
worst parts?
Why do you think it
Why-
still connects to the test of time?
The question: what was your two options? Because people
Do you think it's
connect with
because
it?
this movie is so good, or do you think there's
Or it's
something
the
about the story itself that really connects with people?
Yeah.
I do think it's the movie is very well made and it's like so sumptuous for the eyes and it really has no pacing issues, which is shocking to say for a movie from 1939. And
The one part I always felt was Courage, the song.
If I Were King of the Forest.
Yes, but because he
so
he makes a
funny.
meal out of that number that I'm like,
that was my favorite number when I was a child.
yeah.
But I think too, Judy and this version of Dorothy is she's so feisty.
Mm-hmm.
And I like really locked into it on this watch because I was like, she really isn't what a lot of ingenues get written as, which is just like weepy and like whatever. Like she has so much grit and gumption to her. And Maxie,
like you,
like me. So I think she's like a really good character for, especially before they really started gendering media in a way that comes like later in the mid 20th century.
It was giving me Annie One, honestly. The Moxie
it really gives you Annie One. Like there's the part she yells at the wizard. Like it's when he's the big head, she's like mad at him.
Yeah.
It's good,
it's like crazy to I like didn't remember that until I was like I was tracking it through the movie. Like she yells at Mrs. Gulch in like, her face, and it's like I should bite you, which is insane. She just has like so much vim and vibe.
Like when pushed to the limit, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna stand up because what you're doing is like wrong or mean.
Yeah,
to people that don't deserve it.
Also, she feels like such. Judy is 16 when she's in this. I think this version of Dorothy is supposed to probably be around 12. The original Dorothy, I think, is around 6 in the book.
Whoa.
So she's much older than what she's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I think Judy does such a good job of playing this, like, yeah, if you really think she's like 12, 13, this kind of tween, like, spark of energy that like is like you are getting to a point where you're like saying no to people and you know the difference between right and wrong.
Oh, let me tell you, as someone who works in a preschool, it comes a lot sooner than 12 when you learn to say no to people.
No comes at 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Judy. I think it's this version of Dorothy. I think just a lot of people latch on to her experiencing it, and she yells at the Cowardly Lion and then she accepts him really easily. She like is charmed by both the Scarecrow and the Tin Man. There's no feeling of like any kind of she's like scared of the Wicked Witch in the way like the audience is scared of the Wicked Witch, but I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Because I don't think it's like the story, if that makes sense.
Well, I think it's interesting that I feel like RJ's argument was kind of more the story and your argument is more the movie. So we're kind of seeing
well, because I would say if it's the story, then all versions that have ever been made of The Wizard of Oz should always work. Yeah. And we've seen that that's not always the case.
That's not true. However, Wicked is very beloved in kind of every iteration of it. I was like, people love the movie, people also love the Broadway show. Like, I don't think that Wicked is like carried on the shoulders of a particular performer, as iconic as Adina and Kristen were in the original. Like,
it's not synonymous.
It doesn't rely on it in the way that like Judy Garland is so synonymous with Wizard of Oz.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say with Wicked, we're gonna have to wait another 20 years to see how it shakes out, because we're going to have to get to a place where people don't know its original source material and then see how people feel about it, because the feeling that you get, especially like when I came to Wicked, which was like a year after it like debuted or whatever, I found the cast album, like you are in on the same joke of the show. So, like, there are jokes that are written in Wicked. They actually don't really do them in the movie, but there are jokes in Wicked that are direct references to The Wizard of Oz, specifically the movie.
Yeah.
And you are all on this big joke together. And the communal aspect, it's the same thing that happens with, like, the thing I've complained about, which is, like, the past 10 years of Broadway musicals being like, what if we made fun of all of Broadway? And it's like, well, but then everyone's doing it, so then there's nobody creating the new stuff to make fun of later down the road. But it's very, like, when you're in it and you feel like you're the in crowd and you get the jokes. Like, I remember the first time I saw Wicked, and at the Oz Dust Ballroom scene, Bach brings Nessa a glass of punch, and she asks, what's in the punch? And he says, lemons and melons and pears. And she says, oh my. and it got like a 1 minute long laugh, like, and only because it's a direct reference to this movie, and it's not even like that good of a joke. But it's like,
it's not even
the same thing of like, it's just referential jokes where it's just like, oh, I know that. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, before I watched the movie, like in college, I knew iconic lines just from, like watching the movie. I was like, oh, that's where I'll get you my pretty and your little dog too is from. Yeah. That's where,
There's no place like home.
There's no place like home, obviously.
Iconic
even like,
lines. Yeah. And the music is so freaking catchy. I was singing Ding Dong the Witch is Dead this morning just because I looked at my calendar and saw we were recording today. And then I was like, making like, Ding Dong the Mary, sing it high, sing it low. You know? So, yeah.
We represent. It's so good.
Or the guards being like, oh. My siblings and I used to just like do that sometimes. Yeah.
It's just in your head. I mean, I even knew the line.
I think there was an Oreo commercial at one time.
No, it was Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph too.
It was Wreck-It Ralph.
The Wreck-It Ralph King Candy did it's like the exact
the Oreos
same.
doing
Oreos
doing
that. I mean, I even knew pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Like that, which like isn't one of the great lines.
I'll get you
like,
my pretty and your little dog
too. That's like the classic one.
Yeah.
For her.
Yeah, are you a good witch or a bad witch? I mean, there's so many. Yes. And it's I think it is just the cultural, like, this is a defining piece of the first 20 years of Hollywood.
Yeah.
It is, and I think on like the AFI list, it's like the 6th most important American film of the 20th century or something like that. Like it
after This Is Me Now,
20th century.
Yeah. This is me ... now. You guys, by the way, did not respond to my text where I talked about the fact that Glinda is reading her.
Yes, she does.
I don't know, maybe this is something that everyone else has observed, so you were like, Molly, you're behind the times. But yes, Glinda
yeah, the rest
Dorothy
of us are on the internet, but yeah.
I'm done. I just have a planner. That's the only
I just have a planner. Like I said, that's
I'm going tactile.
I'm going tactile, baby. Glinda asks Dorothy if she's a good witch or a bad witch, and then when Dorothy says that witches are ugly, then she's like, no, only bad witches are ugly, but I'm a witch too. And so that means that Glinda looks at her and she's like, I can't tell.
Based
on looking at you, whether you would be a good witch or a bad witch.
You're mid.
Very mid.
You're a mid witch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. The Mad TV sketch where she like knocks her out. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, because she finds out that she just clicks her heels 3 times. They
do the end scene, and then she's like, "You had the power to go home all along." And then she's like, "What the fuck?" And then she like beats her up. It's very funny. Is "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" the most iconic song from a movie ever?
That's a big question.
It's a big question.
I would say song sung in a movie.
The first time I heard it was correct, American Idol.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How?
Season 2, Kimberly Lochhoney.
That's so late.
That's 2002? 2001?
So
before 9/11, I never heard.
You had never heard the song for the first like 10 years of your life?
I don't remember. I don't remember everything that happened in the first 10 years of my life, Adam. Okay. I had friends, so I don't know about you.
Adam, I can't believe how xenophobic you're being.
Period.
Reacting this way.
Well, what the hell did we colonize the damn country for if we weren't going to make them watch The Wizard of Oz?
But to me, I went through a very big, when the Hawaiian ukulele cover came out.
Yes.
Huge.
First date.
Mama, that was huge on my iPod Shuffle. I don't know,
Absolutely.
Mama.
It was actually, I think, pre-downloaded onto every
It
was the U2 album that iTunes gave to everybody. Oh my God, what a specific reference.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard
I think it's a good argument. I think it's a valid argument that like iconic movie song soundtrack.
I certainly don't have like an immediate counter example.
Right.
Yeah.
The only other ones that I can think of are like Titanic, My Heart Will Go On, but that is more soundtrack to a movie as opposed to like a movie musical song.
Well, yeah, this may be the most iconic movie musical of all time is the thing.
Totally,
so therefore, the most iconic song from it kind of by definition is the most iconic song sung in a movie.
Yeah.
Was Wizard of Us the number one in the AFI movie musical list? Wasn't it?
I think it is.
Because that's where we picked some of the other movies. We were like, this was a movie musical.
This was a movie musical. Hello? Number 3. Singing in the Rain
and West Side.
And West Side is 2.
West Side, sorry, Molly.
Nah, disagree. Singing in the Rain, I'll accept it. One. But not West Side.
Singing in the Rain. Okay, I could see Singing in the Rain.
Yeah. But I don't think any of the
top
individual songs in Singing in the Rain are as iconic as Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
I agree.
In their 10 top 10, The Wizard of Oz is number 1 for the fantasy genre.
Oh, okay.
Followed by Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Okay.
Also on this AFI list, we have 100 years of 100 movie quotes, and this movie has 3 quotes. It has, in number 99, I'll Get You, My Pretty, and Your Little Dog Too. Mm-hmm. It's got, in number 23, There's No Place Like Home. And in number 4, Toto, I Have a Feeling We're Not in Kansas Anymore. Of course.
Every time that line I see, it's so delivered perfectly. It's not meant to be a big moment. It's literally just she is so tiny in the middle of the shot, just looking around, and then like literally to Toto.
Yeah.
Just under her breath almost.
Is she an irresponsible dog owner? Maybe this is my take.
Leash your dogs.
We need to leash.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're in the Great Plains.
Isn't it funny in Wicked for Good they make Dorothy, she leashes Toto. Toto's leashed in Wicked for Good.
Oh, really?
Did you notice that?
I didn't notice.
It's the only iteration I saw someone say of any version of The Wizard of Oz where Toto has been leashed.
Well, Glinda,
because the whole point is that he's unleashed, and that's why he's a menace.
Well,
that's the thing. Glinda probably gave her a leash. She'd be like, just so you know that the rules in Yellow Brick Road, you'll see some dog areas for like relief dog areas. Like he can't just go anywhere.
I think it would be more like just to make sure that you have him and he doesn't get picked up by people who are getting rid of all the animals in Oz.
I didn't even make that connection.
But he wouldn't be an issue because he doesn't speak, right? Yeah.
Well, they're all losing the ability to speak, Molly. That's the problem. We're silencing.
I wish Toto spoke at the end of Wicked for Good.
I wish Toto spoke in this movie, in The Wizard of Oz.
Toto is going to be my MVP. Toto is the cutest. When she is singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, I am just looking at his smiling doofy face. Just with the paw.
He keeps holding his paw out because you can tell this dog is trained to just do one thing.
Yeah. I was telling Andrew that we did not Somewhere Over the Rainbow. We did Wizard of Oz at Children's Theater Company when I worked front of house there as like the holiday show. And there were 2 dogs that came in that are like trained, like that's their full-time gig is that they are Toto performers.
Wow.
They've just been like trained since birth to like respond to certain lines and like whatever. Like they just know this is my cue here. Yeah.
Wow, that's the gig to get.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just to be like, I have a trained Toto dog.
Yeah, breed Karen Terriers and train them.
We did when we did The Wiz. We did have a dog that ran across the stage as Toto, which was very fun. I think it was like our choreographer's dog or whatever.
Yeah.
When I did Annie, my Sandy didn't run across the stage but kept pulling, and I like at the end I was the one that had it, and I was like, Sandy, please.
Here's my hot take. I think Sandy's more iconic than
Toto.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I think Toto's kind of a flop.
Well, Sandy is kind of like pivotal in the Annie. Like Annie needs a
Toto
family.
Is just the whole story happens because of Toto.
That's true.
Yeah,
the
Toto
entire film is
catalyst.
hinges on Toto existing.
Yeah.
Toto is the inciting incident.
The inciting incident is Toto. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Sandy, because Annie needs family, obviously Sandy is like more iconic in that way.
Yeah. I disagree. I think Toto's more iconic. I'm sorry.
Let's talk about.
Are you team Toto or hashtag team Sandy?
Hashtag Drag Race.
Hashtag Drag Race.
Let's ask some questions. So,
Okay.
the original book, The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy.
Have you read?
I haven't finished it. I have been reading it actually, but I have not finished it.
Is it
yet.
long?
It's really not long, and it reads so fast.
Like novella length,
Adam
or
just doesn't
like
have it in him.
It's like 100. I mean, it's like a story for children. Like but it's written in like 1905.
Ye old.
So it's not ye old, but it is like there's just like syntax that kind
Hoosier.
of sounds weird now.
Yeah.
Famously, The Wicked Witch of the West is not green in the original. That was the thing that MGM added.
Yeah, can you regurgitate what the TikTok lady?
If I think of any. In The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, the book,
Yeah.
Dorothy goes to Oz. And in later books, because it is a series,
She returns.
in later books, she returns to Oz. In later books, her and Auntie M and Uncle Henry and Toto, they move to Oz. They live in Oz permanently. I think she becomes Queen of Oz at one point.
She becomes an expat of Oz.
No, she becomes an expat of America.
Of
moving to
America,
Oz.
yes, yeah. She's an expat in Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's part of the coalition that's like, the
Americans abroad.
Americans abroad
from Oz.
give our 10 delegates to Joseph Robinette Biden. Sorry, it's my favorite bit. Okay.
Okay.
This movie makes the choice that what they did with the story is that it is all a dream. The entire thing is just one big dream sequence, which is not in the book.
Is it?
Huh?
Is it a dream?
It is a dream.
What do you believe?
It's a dream. In this movie, it's a dream.
What are you talking about, RJ?
I don't understand what your question.
Well,
Or do you think that was what I was going to pose? Is like, what do you believe?
Yeah. What's the truth?
No. I'm interested in like, would you rather this movie not do it, or do you like that it encompasses it in a dream?
I do, because it's so it makes it, that's the choice. What is boring is if everybody does it. But like this was, as far as I know, the first movie to do it, because I've never watched a movie probably from before this. And also like they like give you the clear one-to-one corollaries. And what's boring to me at this point is all the like, is it a dream? Like that's dumb to just like, don't leave it up to my interpretation. Tell me what story you're telling.
Tell me what's real. Yeah.
So I think it works because they're like very clear about it.
Yeah, I agree. There's no top at the end of Inception.
Yeah.
Wobbling top.
Molly, you're right. It is boring it feels like a cop out now, because I feel like so many stories, media, movies, it's open to your interpretation if all that was real, or if this character will do that. I'm like,
occasionally I get it in Inception. It's kind of annoying, but like it's a
Inception,
movie
it works
about
perfectly because it's so
rather the
crazy.
layers of it, and like it's on theme with the movie. What's boring is just being like, I don't know how to end my movie. Let's be like, maybe it was all a dream. Like that's what's so you're just not making a choice.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's
because is Wonderland a dream?
Wonderland?
Oh, Alice in Wonderland?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
The animated one?
I don't think so.
I don't.
Because in the animated one, she wakes up again and
She
she's
does
back.
wake up. She's her sister's
like,
reading to her.
You fell asleep when I was reading to you.
Yeah, she does. There is a play that so every year in high school, our 4 classes, freshman, senior, possibly blah blah. Every class had a one act that they did, and one year I wasn't in this class, so I didn't get to do it. But one year, the sophomores, I think my junior year, they did a one act called "When Dorothy Met Alice." I think that's what it's called. When Dorothy Met Alice.
Sure.
Anyway, it's like basically a fan fiction, but it's the stories of Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland combining, and it is funny because there are similarities between the two stories, but they're obviously very different in many respects. But because of that, in high school, I always like think of them as like a pair of movies together because they're, you know, little girls learning about different worlds. Very sweet. So sweet. What do you think? Should it be real or should it be a dream?
Dream.
You like dreams?
I
So
do
long,
like Dream,
fine.
especially for this one because they are making an effort to connect the people in her real life, seeing them in a different way.
Yeah.
I think the dream, I haven't finished the book.
Especially if the main story is that there's no place like home.
Yes.
So like
Right.
the people that have been in my life are all I need.
I think the only thing I don't like about it, this is the one thing that I wish they could do. And I feel like on stage you could probably do this really easily. But I wish there was a way to bring the color back to Kansas when she wakes up. Like she realizes
Very
her
Pleasantville.
home is just as beautiful.
Or like she's seeing it
whatever.
now in color or something. Like as she comes to,
Interesting.
you see it slowly bloom in some way.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt like, I don't know if that's just the remastering, but it felt more vivid. But I can't tell also if our eyes have been used to full Technicolor for the past hour so that when you go back to the sepia tones, it like feels warmer. Because it did feel like it when
I gotta be honest that because I'm just so used to the fact that that's how Wizard of Oz works, I didn't pay any attention to the colors this time around.
I do like that the shot of Dorothy opening the door and exiting into Oz is like a trick. So it's like a double dressed as Dorothy but painted to look sepia. And then the interior of the house is all painted sepia.
Yeah.
And then she opens the door, steps out of frame, and then Judy comes out in her blue dress. I really
That's
like
cool. Yeah.
This time I noticed the production design of the different worlds. Like the fact that Munchkinland looked so different than Oz. Of like,
and everyone in Oz wears the same shade of green.
yeah, and like even the way things are designed, like the long hallways, like I feel like I'm in a sci-fi movie all of a sudden. And then you go into her castle, and it's full like Transylvania, like you know, like vampire Frankenstein's monster, like castle.
Yeah.
It looks like the different worlds of Candyland. That's what I always think about this movie. There's one thing that I do wish this movie had kept, and because this movie is so iconic, people don't and have never read the book, they don't know that it's like the true part of the book. But in the Emerald City, the city is not made of emeralds. They wear green glasses,
Right?
Because they have to, because they are told that this Emerald City is so bright they have to wear shades in order to protect their eyes from how bright it is. But really, the glasses are just green, so everything they're seeing is through green lenses.
But it's just a normal city.
But they've been told it's all green. It's like another one of the examples of like he's like conning people.
Yeah. The wizard's trickery.
Yeah.
That is.
But this one was like, nope, it's a green city, and everyone wears green.
Well, they have to put the color in. That's the thing, is that if you did the glasses thing, then it'd be like that the buildings all around them would be boring.
Yeah. It's just gray concrete buildings.
Yeah.
It'd be the Wiz.
It's brutalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, is there anything else? Anything else? Who's your favorite of the three?
Lon.
RJ?
I will say this time I noticed more the Tin Man's physicalities. Like I got a kick out of the oil bucket a lot more this time around.
Yeah.
I would say Bert Lahr as the Cowardly Lion definitely has the best lines, but I like how Scarecrow's like the leader of the three of them. I think that's
Oh my
cool.
God, look at us. We picked 3 different ones.
We're gonna wake up tomorrow.
I did Molly's closer for her.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to know this.
We're gonna wake up tomorrow and we're literally gonna be in Oz as those three.
Oh no.
So
Who's our Dorothy?
Friedrich.
Well, Friedrich's Toto. So it'll probably be Jennifer
Friedrich
Lopez.
looks like Toto too.
Jennifer Lopez.
Knowing our
Perfect.
luck.
Well, perfect. That'll be
Yeah.
the same age as Diana Ross then when she played Dorothy.
It'll be Jennifer
Perfect.
Lopez, and she'll be like, "Do you have anything to say to me about
What you've said to me.
Didn't we see? Oh, there was at Orlando Fringe. There was a production of Eloise.
Eloise, yes. It was
like
Eloise.
a Spanish version of
Yes.
The Wizard of Oz.
It was very good. I really liked it. But that's the thing. Once upon a time in my writing era back in like 20.
I thought you just said you're in your writing.
Oh, yeah,
era.
that's right. My early writing era. I was writing a Filipino
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, and it was trademark. It was
Oh, that's not how trademark works.
it was a first generation girl, and she was mad that her parents and her titas were all throwing like a very loud karaoke party like at their house, and then Mrs. Gulch was like their white neighbor that comes in and tells them that like they're being too loud, too destructive, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she's embarrassed. So she like tells everyone to shut up or whatever. She goes upstairs. There's a whatever. She's a hurricane or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
A typhoon.
A typhoon. Well, I said it in Phoenix because this is when I was living in Phoenix. So I said it in Phoenix. So it was a haboob, which is just like a big
dust storm.
Big dust storm, right? Yeah.
And then all of the three are her three titas that have now become the Scarecrow, the Tin Man.
So back to my question earlier about the iconicness of the story. Why did you pick Wizard of Oz, RJ?
Because of the hero show. Because my teacher really sold me on the hero's journey, and I was like,
okay,
yeah, like especially if someone is like, for me at that time, I was like, if I wanted to write, like, if there's already a template of the hero's journey, like, and there's already a template of the Wizard of Oz, like, yeah.
But I think what a lot of people like about the story itself and Dorothy's journey is that she learns about herself, and if you can change it to, you know, a Filipino version or a Hispanic version or a Black version, you can graft on an outsider in their own community going to Oz and then coming back and feeling like they are part of the community.
They've been,
they understand what, like, how they fit in or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think this is a very gay movie for that. Like, this, there's a bunch of reasons this movie feels very gay, but I do think
there's a bunch of reasons why she's
a lot of
asked.
people see themselves as the strange kid in Kansas who should go to Oz.
Yes.
Because that's where
Because
they
it's so
belong.
glamorous. Because gay people exist in Oz.
Well, all three of them are gay. Maybe the Scarecrow isn't gay, but definitely the Tin Man is gay.
Tin Man's a fob.
Tin Man's a fob, and
Cowardly Lion's a drag queen.
Cowardly Lion is a drag queen, for sure.
Drag queen. That's why Dorothy has so many friends, has created so many friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my final question.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you
Wait, AFI's number one song is Over the Rainbow.
I'm gonna give you visual monikers of this film,
Okay.
and you are going to rank them from
Most
least to most iconic.
Okay, so wait, do I get the full list and then I get to rank them, or you're gonna do one at a time? Okay, I'm not having to guess what things are coming up.
No.
Okay,
I'm
gonna write them down. Hold on.
The Yellow
Hold on.
Brick Road,
Uh-huh.
the Ruby Slippers,
Mm-hmm.
the gingham
Okay.
dress.
Mhm.
I'm trying to see if when Molly's ready.
How many do you have?
I just had those three off the top of my head, but I'm
So,
sure
okay,
there's
fuck
more.
Oh,
Mary
okay.
Kill.
I thought it was gonna be way longer. I didn't need to write them down. Okay.
Well,
Gotcha.
I guess the Wicked Witch on broom in silhouette.
Good witch. Parentheses on broom.
Glinda's bubble.
Oh, Glinda's
Linda's
bubble.
bubble.
The bucket.
No, the bucket is it's like barely even shown.
No.
You barely even see it. It's crazy.
yeah.
Should we include like the curtain that the wizard is behind?
The
Or is
head-
that
the
more
head-
iconic?
the head-
The
the
head.
head.
Okay.
The head of the wizard for sure.
The wizard head.
I would even say like that shot of the Emerald City from a distance where it's like the
Rays.
5, like, yeah.
Emerald City from a distance.
The poppy field.
Poppy field. Should we just say like the Lollipop Guild?
I guess
to
just
represent all of the
munchkins.
munchkins. Yeah.
Just
But I feel like the Lollipop Guild specifically
Yeah.
yes,
is iconic.
Yeah.
they are.
There's a nice
Lullaby League flop.
It'll be perfect when
Yeah.
you see For Good, because there is like a clear reference to the Lullaby League.
To the
during
Lullaby
Thank
League.
goodness, which is very cute.
Is Toto is Toto a character?
Toto
or is
in a
Toto an
basket?
icon? Toto in a basket, I feel like has to be a visual.
Or is the gingham dress combined with Toto on one hand, or basket on one hand? Toto.
I think it's just the gingham
It's
dress.
just the dress. Okay.
Just the dress. So then is Toto its own?
I think
Category?
Toto is of its own.
Okay.
Are you? Because when I think of Toto, if I just saw Toto, I would think of the little schnauzer from the Monopoly pieces.
That's called Toto. That schnauzer's called Toto, or that's just what you?
That's
I
what.
think
If I
Adam's
saw
saying that
just
Toto
a
on
dog
his
by
own looks
itself, I
like-
would be
yeah.
like, oh, it's the
What's
Monopoly.
the Monopoly dog?
Yeah.
And maybe, the feet with the shoes on it.
Oh yeah. Wicked Witch.
But
of
I
the
feel
East.
like the slippers are separate. There's like a shot
Yeah.
of just the slippers.
No, I agree.
And then the
Yeah.
clacking.
Of the East. Well, honestly, I think it's the shoes curling up.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
feet
really
curling
The feet
iconic.
back.
curling up. Oh my god. Or the stockings
Under the
with
house.
under the house. Yeah.
Curling
How did she?
up.
How did it hit her like that?
Madame Morrible did it.
House.
Wicked
Wicked
Witch.
Witch.
Molly, is that a
And the
reference
cyclone.
that you get?
Maybe the cyclone. No,
The
probably not.
cyclone.
I don't think if you
that's
just
really
had the cyclone by itself, you wouldn't.
Image based.
I think definitely the house, the legs under the house for sure.
Yeah, legs
For
under
sure,
the
the
house.
legs under the house.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny that I think that meeting the 3 dudes, like, there's not really an iconic image of those.
No,
Like,
it's more about the brick road.
characters themselves, but like not
The characters
like, the
themselves, but if
scenes
you're
that they-
not going with the characters, then yeah.
yeah,
I don't know if ranking, but maybe just like what is the most iconic out of all.
okay.
of
Well, I mean, to me, the clear winner is the ruby slippers.
The ruby
those.
slippers.
Ruby
yeah.
slippers.
I think it was ruby slippers. I actually think I'm going to say Yellow Brick Road above Gingham Dress. I don't know if that's going to be a controversial
Mm,
pick. Then I'm going to say
Especially since the road starts with her shot of her feet with the slippers.
the
Starting.
way she walks around it at 1st is so perfect. It's so
So
movie
great.
musical. I love it.
Did you always, as a child, want to know what happens
Where
if
the
you follow the
red
red brick road?
Red brick road. Was,
Is there like there's got to be a million fan fictions, but is there like an official piece of literature that's
That's
about what
Wonderland.
happens to all the red
Alice
brick?
went
There's
down
gotta
that
be.
way.
They only did it in the production design. They only designed it this way so the yellow would
contrast.
pop out more.
Mm.
That's the only reason they did it. And it's there's a lot of things that are specifically trademarked to this film and licensed.
Yeah.
The yellow brick road ending in a spiral is one of them. So if you notice in Wicked, and when you see it, you may notice it too. But if you get a shot of like the production design in Wicked, they did do a circle, like the road coming to a big circle in the middle of Munchkinland. But they just didn't make it a spiral. But it does do the same illusion of like being one.
Wicked
big-
didn't have
roads
to like
come out.
pay any licensing fees to Wizard of Oz. It's pretty impressive if that's true.
I think they like it was not
think-
allowed.
Yeah, they can't.
They were like,
so that's
no,
why
you
they do
can't even
silver
buy it.
slippers. I don't know how they get away with like when the shoes glow red in the movie. I don't know how they get away with that, but they do that in the show too.
Okay, back to the ranking. So I'm gonna say Ruby Slippers, then Yellow Brick Road,
Dressed.
then Gingham Dress, then Feet Curling Up, Feet Under the
I
House,
think
that
the feet,
whole
yeah,
thing.
It's iconic.
Then I'm gonna say Wicked Witch on a Broom,
Yep.
Toto in a Basket, probably Wizard Head, Glinda Bubble, Emerald City, Poppy Field, Lollipop Guild.
I would switch Wizard Head and Toto. I think, but I think the rest is right.
You put Wizard Head above Toto?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Only because you put Toto in the basket.
But it's like the only way to show that
Didn't
it's
you
Toto.
say that you thought that Toto more.
Because if it was
iconic
just
in
a
the
dog, you think
No,
it's
I
Monopoly.
agrry, but I'm saying I wouldn't think. I don't. I'm just saying I think the wizard head is more iconic than Toto in the basket.
Okay, well, agree to disagree.
I'm Dorothy, you're Toto, get in the basket.
What do you think, RJ? What do you think
As
of my
quoted by
ranking?
Alaska. Yeah, the bubble and the wizard head. Well, if we're also thinking the I think I would put the Oz
The city
view of Emerald
skyline,
the Oz skyline a little higher than
the bubble.
the bubble in the head even.
Oh,
I
wow.
think it might be just that I really remember the bubble as a kid, but I don't really remember like the first time I saw the outline of the Emerald City. So like I think
Yeah.
I just want to say,
it's
as a
less
person
iconic.
who loves the color pink, the shade of the bubble is just
Perfect bubble gum.
Perfect color.
Yeah. Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
I wish that the only thing I wish is that Glinda connected to like everybody else does. There's like a fan
Connected.
theory that Glinda is her mom.
Oh, like
Galinda.
connected to somebody not
In-
or somebody
in
from
Kansas.
Kansas.
Oh, I thought
She's
you were
the,
talking
ol-
about
she's the
Linda
only
Galinda.
character that does not have a Kansas parallel.
Well, the Munchkins don't have a Kansas equivalent.
And what are the Munchkins' names? What named characters of the Munchkins?
Oh, that was
Are
the
one-to-one.
You're saying name to
qualification
name.
was named characters. You didn't say
Yeah.
named characters.
Well, because then neither do any of the people from
What about
Play the
Emerald
tape
City.
back, everybody. Play the tape back. Of what you
Neither
said named
do
characters.
the trees that talk to her.
Okay, named characters. Yeah, that's interesting that it'd be her mom because we never find out why she lives with an aunt and uncle.
It's not. It's just she just lives with them in the book too.
Yeah,
It's not like after her mother passed. Like it doesn't even do that.
yeah.
She just lives with them.
Or like the guy that lets her into the door to
The one
see the
who's
wizard.
crying.
That guy's not.
I had an Annie M myself.
I just want to say there's an outcry of people online right now due to Wicked asking for a remake of this film.
Or asking the question, Molly, we should get a movie that tells it from Dorothy's perspective.
We do.
We
It's
do.
called The Wizard of Oz.
Sweetie, we do.
Is this like the people who were like, why don't we have an all white The Wiz?
Sweetie, there is.
There is. We did it once. It was perfect, and we don't have to do it again.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, there are people who are like, or like frustrated that they didn't show Dorothy in Wicked.
Oh,
for good.
well,
Like show her
they should
face.
See the stage show because that's kind of the deal.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, because that's, once again,
that's what I mean.
you don't need to.
That's
You
the thing
know
of
the
Wicked
story.
of being like in on the joke. Like
Yeah.
we all are
Yeah.
giggling to ourselves because they're not showing Dorothy because we all
Right.
know it's Judy Garland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say in Wicked for Good, the bucket is much more a moment that like
More iconic,
she's
the
like,
bucket.
here's a bucket and then throws it.
I think here's my hot take. I like Dorothy with the pigtails more than Dorothy with the blowout.
I know her little Oz. She got a little too glam for
When
me.
she goes
yeah.
to Emerald City
Yeah.
and she gets her.
I do like
touched
Cowardly
up.
Lion's
I do
little
like
curls.
Cowardly Lion,
Cowardly
which
Lion's
is-
little bow
Yeah,
is
it is very funny.
perfect.
Yeah.
So cute.
But yeah, the pigtails are iconic as well.
Apparently, they shot the Tin Man song.
After
They shot it for 2 days, and then they realized at the beginning he's supposed to be rusted, and that's why he's become a statue. But they hadn't painted him to look rusty, so that they had to go back and reshoot everything with like
Ugh.
a
rusted.
painted outfit.
I think they could have just gotten away with it. I think it's okay.
I like
the rust
that
is conveyed in the movements.
when she falls
Rust
in,
is in the movement.
when she falls in the pigsty at the beginning, they pull her out, and she has no dirt on her.
Yeah.
not an inch of mud. You know pigsties, they're famously clean.
Yeah, exactly.
Pigs are
That's what I
allegedly
think.
very clean animals.
I've heard that. I think they roll in the mud as like a sun protectant or something.
I think
but they're
that's
like not
Yeah.
allegedly
necessarily.
why, yeah.
Andrew and I were actually talking about if there's a word for a mess, but that's like a fun word. like a mess that's a good time. And he suggested pigsty, but I was like, I think pigsty makes me think of like you're a teenager and your mom is like, clean this room, it's a pigsty. So like, I don't think there's a word
How
for
about
like
just
a
a
physical
sty?
mess.
Oh, I guess a sty I would think of an eye.
The eye.
Thing.
Yeah. But like there's like kerfuffle for like, you know, or hullabaloo for like
like a jaunty
interpersonal thing that's like a jaunty conflict. But there's not really like a jaunty mess.
A mess.
it's more about the inflection.
It's more
Yeah.
Do the sibilant
Okay,
S.
how you deliver it.
Mess.
Yeah.
Any wordsmiths out there?
Yeah, write in if you're a wordsmith.
Is this it?
Right in.
Is this all we have to say?
About we can.
Did you want
Not
me
we
to have
can.
more? I don't know.
I think this is
Wizard
it.
of Oz.
We
And
did
this is
it.
your second time doing it, and we've talked about many iterations. Of
I
the
don't
story.
think there is anything else left to talk about The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Because.
I do genuinely wish there was a theme park area that looked like Munchkinland.
That'd be good.
Like, ideally, they should just open wherever they built Munchkinland in the UK to film the Wicked. They should just make that a little area people can go to with the tulips, the whole thing.
I will say, since this is still technically a movie musical, I do wish there was a home, like an 11 o'clock number or something. The music just kind of stops after King of the Forest, I feel like. Right?
That's true.
the last song sung.
Yes. It's
Yeah,
last
that
song.
is-
Like, I wish there was a song to, like, say goodbye to the wizard or something, and then
it is
that kerfuffle
yeah.
of her not getting in the balloon.
It has a
Tap
similar
number
problem
about her
to
missing
like
the balloon.
Disney movie musicals where they're like at the Act 3 has no songs.
Yeah.
So we just gotta finish the movie.
Okay, well, we've already talked about what critics thought, so let me find some Letterboxd reviews.
Oh.
This is a 5-star review from Wes. Wes says, a Kansas horse girl unlearns her homophobia with the help of 3 gay cosplayers as she goes on a killing spree to stop Ann Coulter from kidnapping her dog.
Oh my god. Told you it's an American fairy tale.
First of all, how dare you associate Margaret Hamilton with Ann Coulter?
Yeah.
I'm
Margaret
offended
Hamilton
for
doesn't deserve that.
Margaret Hamilton.
Yeah.
Alexi gave it 4.5 stars and said, that shot where Dorothy opens her sepia-toned door into a Technicolor world is cinema's most magical moment. 1939 cunties must have had a fucking heart attack.
Oh my god.
Lauren gave it 4.5 stars and said, white Republicans are so horny for their hometowns.
Oh my god.
The Twister's real, by the way. That's a practical, that's not a screen in the back playing
Oh yeah,
a
we
video
were
of a
trying to
Twister.
figure out what. So how did they? What is it?
It's like muslin on like a flexible pole or something like that.
Huh.
And then they spray dirt from below it so it looks like
Yeah.
it's like spraying up dirt.
Because it did seem like almost a little too opaque, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Yeah.
that's okay. It's like
It
fabric
looks
on
so
it.
cool though. I always just
So
assumed
was it like a
was
miniature and like forced perspective?
It's
Or-
forced perspective because it's just small. It's in the studio itself. Like
Yeah.
it's just in the
Yeah.
background, and then they like slowly bring it forward and move it
Mm-hmm.
around. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And then finally, Liam gave it 3.5 stars and said, such a wholesome film. Must have been so much fun to make. Can't wait to read the behind the scenes trivia that won't alter my perception of the movie in any way. Okay, we're gonna go around. We're gonna give our MVPs. Molly,
Okay.
since it's your first time doing this for this
First time
movie,
watching.
since it's your first time ever seeing this movie,
First time ever seeing the movie.
feel free.
I gotta take the obvious pick, which is Judy Garland. Obviously, I think that this movie is great, but I think it doesn't like rest on her shoulders, but I just don't think it would be what it is without her. I think that's indisputable to me.
Yeah, I agree. RJ?
I will take Margaret Hamilton as the Wicked Witch of the West. She is like so deliciously evil. The cackle was brilliant, a brilliant acting choice, and she really goes for it. So good for her.
I don't even know if they did crew credits back in the day. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm giving my MVP this time around to the production design team, Malcolm Brown, William A. Horning, and Jack Martin Smith. And also, I don't know who else, but art directors Cedric Gibbons, George Gibson, Wade B. Rulebottom, and Elmer Shealy. This movie looks perfect. Just every... Also, it's just so crazy that we now make movies that are just all green screen and like everything is just added in post.
Yeah.
And luckily, honestly, Wicked doesn't do a lot of this. They have a lot of built sets in that movie, which is really nice. But just knowing, even yes, we all know they're on a sound stage. They're in a warehouse box, basically. We understand. I realized that my entire childhood was made up of films that look like this, and it's so nostalgic. It feels so perfect. And they just look incredible. Like,
Yeah.
to even come up with Munchkinland to look like that, and I like how fat the houses are with like the thatched roofs, and they're all like squat little homes. It's perfect. The Emerald City looks amazing. I love that they go to a beauty salon in Emerald City.
It's so good.
I love the castle.
Yeah.
I love how very Midwestern the Kansas scene is. I just, every bit.
I forgot to say in my connection to the musical that in 7th grade, I was in The Wizard of Oz because it was our 7th and 8th grade play. And because I was a 7th grader, the 7th graders were always some sort of big chorus number. So we were the Ozians. So we just like hung out in the cafeteria until it was our time to do our little song. And then we came on stage and then we all left and I had to buy a green dress for it.
That's cute.
It was cute. It was fun.
What song?
Ha ha ha, he, and a couple of tra-la-las.
Oh, yes.
Rest the day away in the merry old land of Oz.
I do think that's the weakest song. But yes, that song.
That's why they gave it to the 7th graders, baby.
There you go. The last thing I wanted to say. Also because we watched Snow White.
Rita, wake up. Adam has something to
Rita,
say.
wait, one more thing.
Also because we watched Snow White this year. In the Tin Man song, when there's the moment where the voice sings, "Wherefore art thou, Romeo?"
Snow White.
That's Adriana Castelletti who voiced Snow White.
Oh.
It is the only other credit she has ever had.
Wow.
And she's uncredited, so there you go.
And two iconic movies.
2 iconic movies in 2 years.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, I have a closer.
Well, thanks everyone.
I have a
listening.
closer.
Oh, you have a closer.
That's right.
Sorry.
My God, we completely forgot.
What would you ask the wizard for?
And it has to be like a one-word thing.
It has to be like it has to be like a trait that you
trait. A trip to Turkey.
A trip to Turkey.
Symmetry. Body proportions.
Ozempic.
It has to be an internal trait, boys.
It's going internal.
It's going in there.
I would ask for flexibility, like mental flexibility.
I believe that.
I struggle with things not going the way that I planned them.
Andrew, you want to chime in? RJ, what would you ask for? What would you seek out the wizard's counsel?
How would you say I want to speak all the languages of the world? Like I would like to be a polyglot.
That's like a superpower, RJ. It's got to be like a trait
trait?
that you wish that you had.
Wisdom.
A characteristic.
I'll ask for
is good.
wisdom.
Wisdom, I like it. Yeah.
Just to like know more. Canoe.
To canal more.
This is really tough for me because I feel like I'm already kind of perfect.
Yeah, that is
So
I can
hard
tell.
for you.
Do you need my
Hard.
list? Hold on, let me.
Yeah, RJ probably.
I had a notes app ready to go.
Ready to go. Of what you could ask for?
Um,
A care, a fuck to give, maybe.
If I was doing RJ's kind of polyglot energy, I wish I had the ability to do art, like make visual.
These
art.
are again superpowers.
But I
Not
understand
what
that that's
this
not what
movie
we're
is about.
doing. But I didn't want to leave this time empty with dead airspace, so I was just
Okay.
talking while I think.
Creativity, resourcefulness.
I'm very creative. I'm very resourceful. Anything else?
Maybe humility. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Silence. Lactose tolerance.
I think I would ask the wizard for I don't know what to call it, but the like just doing something as soon as I think about doing it.
Impulse.
Oh, like proactiveness,
Assertion.
Yeah, I guess
Proactivity.
proactivity.
self-starting. Yeah.
I would ask him for proactive, the acne
The
treatment
acne.
from the early 2000s.
Yeah. What happened to that stuff?
I don't know. That's a great question, Molly. I'm sure you can
it
find a video essay about where
Probably a video
proactive
essay
was
deep
on
dive
YouTube.
it. Yeah.
Was it Jessica who was hauling it? Hawking it?
Jessica Simpson, yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yep.
I think among others. I feel like there were
Among
multiple.
many others.
Yeah.
Or the Astigmatism twins, remember them? That was iconic.
Yes, the Astigmatism twins.
Iconic early 2000s
Well,
commercials.
we've really lost the plot here. So thank you for listening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it won't be a shock that we will be coming back soon with Wicked for Good.
Wicked for Good. And then the Showies
The
Slaytacular.
2025 Showy Awards.
Hey.
Good night, everybody. Go get your moxie.
Courage.
Thank you for listening to Showgays, a Cine musical podcast. This episode was edited and mixed by Adam Noecker. This has been an Ampliverse production. You can find the Ampliverse on Instagram, Threads, and YouTube at the Ampliverse. Check out our full roster of shows at theampliverse.com. If you'd like to send us your own takes on the movie we just watched, reach out to us via email, and we might just read it aloud on the show. Our email is showgaysmoviemusical@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us wherever you get your podcasts, and please rate, review, and subscribe to help others find the show. And now, as always, the show must go on, so stick around to hear what we'll be watching next episode.
Alpha, I knew you were out here. Just come in before the monkeys spot you. There's no going back. This is between us, the wizard, and I. The Wicked Witch can't elude us forever. Not with Prince Fiero and his squadron hot on her trail. The wonderful Wizard of Oz. No one believes in you more than I did. Alphaba. They're coming for you. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason. I know who I am today. the Wicked Witch of the West. For a while there, I thought you changed. I have changed. It's time for both of us to fly! Because I know you. You're the only friend I ever had. Because I know you. And I have so many friends. I have been changed for good. But only one that matters. I'm off to see the wizard.